Any doubts, guys? Okay. If no doubts, so we can start today ETV functions, guys. ETV functions. Okay. So what is the difference between XTT and ETV? XTT means it will convert a text to XML to text. Sorry. Okay. ETV means element wise validation. We can do the transformation as a output file. It will come as a XML file. Okay. So we should use the ETB function on the ETB level. If we go to the XTT function, so we are using the XTT, okay? But in ETB, we're going to use as a ETB function. This is the ETB function, okay? And so the same output method, the remaining previous things is the same things, guys. Okay. So coming to template match, previously we have used the same thing, worker sync, because of the parent tag is a work, the parent element we are getting as a worker sync in the XML file. We can use the same template match. In the file level, survey T we can give as a warning, guys. Okay. For XTT, we are using the same thing. Separative we have mentioned, and here we have a survey T as a warning, guys. If you want to use these functions, we can use, but it is work for the XTT function, guys, not ETB function. Because of it is a separator, file separator is a pipe delimiter, those things. For ETB, it will convert as a XML file, right? For XML file, we don't need any separator. So we have used only ETB survey as a warning. Okay. The same way we have XTT class name is equal to date format and format currency, right? Same way we have a ETB class, guys. It will change only XTT and ETB functions, guys. Just that's it. The remaining things are the same, guys. Okay. This is the date format, and this is the header, guys. So in header level, we're going to print as a version. What is the core kind of version we have used, and whether it's a full file or not, and worker count. How many worker extracted by the core count of worker, guys? This header information. Okay. This header information will be printed in the header level. We have given as a header, guys. Save as a save as we have used the apply template. Apply template as a each worker we going to apply the template, guys. We have a multiple worker. It will run for the multiple worker. Okay. It will call on a trigger here and the template of worker. Okay. So it will check this connection apply template. So where it's going to go and apply the template, where the template match equal to worker, the same template. So
Your voice is not clear.
sorry.
Your voice is not clear, Anna.
Is it much better now?
Still it's same.
Guys, is it much better now?
No.
No, still it's same.
1 minute, guys. Guys, is it much better now? Guys, able to hear me now?
No, Anna.
Still you are facing issue?
No, and we're unable to hear your voice properly.
Guys, is it much better now?
Yes,
Yes.
it is better.
Yeah, thank you guys. ETV functions, guys. We have used the when condition. What's the when condition? Let's see, guys. Personal data, marital status, which means not if any employee doesn't have this tag, guys. Marital status tag. If any employee doesn't have the marital status tag, okay, it will go and trigger a, okay, it will apply for the name. Target is name, guys, okay, and the target workday ID is additional information. What is the workday ID we have given? That workday ID, this is display, guys. So based on the functions, okay, ETB functions, we can use a error messages, guys. Custom messages. So this is a required and survey T equal to error, guys. Survey T. Message survey T equal to error and it is a required field. If it's not existing any employee, so those employee will be triggered as a error messages. In previously XTT error messages, something the required field is missing for the target employee. So XTT error message will be generated by default error messages. But come to generate error message, we can use a custom error messages, guys. Custom, this is the error messages we going to display in the if any employee doesn't have the marital.
మీ వాయిస్ మళ్ళీ బ్రేక్ అవుతుందన్న.
సో మీ వాయిస్ రావట్లేదండి ప్రాపర్గా, బ్రేక్ అవుతూ వస్తుంది.
guys, let's see, guys. So we will try uh, some other time. Like we will try to we will try now. If you still you are facing any issue with my voice, okay. So we will try to reconnect tomorrow, guys. Okay. So if you want to generate a custom error messages, okay, guys, can you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. If you want, yeah, if you want to generate as a custom error messages. So for example, this is the error message we're going to display whenever any employee doesn't have the marital status. Okay. If we want to display different error messages, we can type it, guys. We can type it as a dash something, anything, guys. Okay. So whatever you type here, that error message will be displayed in the on the error message, guys. Okay. The remaining is the same, guys. This is the increment number worker count. Okay. So we're going to print is a in the footer section. Okay. And this is the employee ID, which is a required field, and the survey ID is a error. If it's a empty value, it's going to print as a error messages, guys. Okay. So we have all the fields as a we have configured as a same of XTT function, guys. Okay. The the difference is we're going to change as a ETB replace with XTT to ETB function, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's upload this XSLT and try to run this integration. What is the task to edit the attachment, guys?
Edit integration service attached.
I'm running the integration. So there is no changes between this date. I'm going to modify to 20th, guys. Okay, 20th. I'm running this integration. Let's see how it will be displayed. In meanwhile, so I'm checking the mathematical status is enabled or not, which is enabled. So the data will be extracted, guys. Now see guys, complete with warnings. What is this warning? No value output for the required field original high rate. The following target are affected for this employee guys. Okay, which means so this employee doesn't have the original high date field guys. Okay, so if you go to the ETB function, so original high date we have given as a required field, required equal to 2. Yes or no? So why this employee is not throwing as an error? Why showing as a warning message guys?
Because we didn't give that severity equal to error.
Yes. So because of we did not give any severity error. So if you're not giving any severity, what will happen? It will go and check the file level guys. In the file level, what are the severity we have given? It will take it from there guys. Okay. So that is the reason it's giving a error guys. Okay. So we did not, and if we go and check the output file, this is the text format I'm opening with Internet Explorer guys. If you can observe, it's showing as a XML format. Yes or no? So uh, save as XML. So I have saved this file as a XML file. Let's open. It's opening like here. The file got open. Inside the file, we have given the header tags guys, version, full file, how many workers count we have given. Okay, and the record, actual records going to print guys. This record, this is the record tag. So it's printing the record tag as employee ID, first name, last name, original ID. We don't have anything original ID. That is why this is giving a warning message. And this is the photo tag guys. So this is printing as a XML file guys. Okay, XML file. Now if I disable this mathematical status, okay, just click OK guys. And now I am going to relaunch this integration event. What will happen? I just relaunch the integration after disabling the mathematical status guys. Based on this code, so what you understand and how the data will be displayed. Let me know guys if anyone knows. When any employee doesn't have the mathematical status, it will print this data. Otherwise, if employee have the mathematical status, it will print the data. Okay. So now tell me guys, so how the output file will be displayed? What are the data it will become? And whether this integration will complete with warnings or complete with the errors are successfully completed. What type of error it will be displayed?
We get completed with error.
Okay, complete with the errors. So the error message will be displayed this one guys.
The-
Okay. Why? Because of so we have disabled the mathematical status. Okay, that's the reason. So it's giving a this error guys. Okay. So now tell me guys, is there any output file will we get guys? Do we get any output file?
No, sir.
Why?
Because of errors.
omit this custom.
Even we have used the XTT function. Even error message also, it is generating a file, guys. For example, if for example email address is true, guys, I'm going to remove the email address from that, disable that option. Okay. So in that case, what will happen?
We get a warning.
So we get a warning. For example, we have given as a survey as error. So we will get a error message, right? So we will get a error message. So in that case, we will get a output file or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we have seen that.
We get output file.
Yes. Then why this case we won't get a output file?
Because the condition didn't satisfy, so
Which condition? This condition.
then condition.
Okay. If it's not satisfying, what will happen?
It is displaying only the error message what we give.
Because of guys, in the when condition satisfied, so when this condition satisfied, what will happen? It will print this data. Okay. And which is we have enabled as a required equal to true, guys. Required equal to true. Okay. So if it's a required equal to true, this data will not print, guys, because of this data coming as a empty. So after satisfying this when condition, so it will not consider the otherwise condition. So automatically it will ignore the otherwise condition and it will print the data it will terminate the loop and it will go and print the photo section, guys. That's it. You will get the output file, but there is no data, guys. It's not be available any data, guys. Okay. So let's see if it's a if this when condition not satisfied, what will happen? It will go and check the otherwise condition and it will print the employee all the records. Okay. The same way, if you use a one more employee ID tag here, what will happen? You will get a output file. Inside the output file, you will get a employee ID as well. Because of this condition is satisfying, it's printing a error and it's not printing any error. So it's printing as a data, guys. Okay. So let's see. Complete with the errors. Okay. So what is the error message is? So if we can see, no value output file is equals to the following target affected. See if we can see, no value output for the required field, new error messages. Okay. The no value output for the required field. Until this, the workday error message is displaying, guys. From here, if you can observe, new error messages. New error messages onwards. We have print as a test, right? Test marital status field is missing a value. Please go on worker record to provide a marital status. The same error message we have given here, guys. Yes, if you can observe. Yes or no? So here we can give a custom error messages, guys. Custom error messages. Each field wise. So that is the use of ETB function. And if you go and check the output file, and if you open, see, it's printing the header tag. Okay. See, the worker count is showing as a 1. But after header tag, do you get any record section? No. Later, it's printing as a footer section, guys. There is no record section. There is no data, guys. is printing a header record and the footer record, guys. There is no data, guys. Okay. So the main difference is between the XTT and ETB is a custom error messages, and there we have used a XTT, and here we can go use the ETB functions, guys. Okay. Some extra functions also we have a ETB function. We can go and check in the Google, and you will get a more examples of the ETB functions, guys. Okay. Any doubts, guys?
Sir, here in ETV we can apply choose when condition, and we can also apply if condition also, sir.
Yeah, we can. If we need, you can apply the if condition also.
But in
Based
XT,
based on our requirement, we can choose the condition, guys. Whether we can use a choose when condition or if condition, any other conditions. If you want, you can use it. No problem.
but in XTT we cannot use any condition, right?
Sorry.
In XTT can we use conditions, sir, or it is
Yeah,
not
we can use
possible?
XTT also. We can use if we need. We can use the choose when condition also here. No problem. But I want to show you how the custom error message we can display. So I want to show you guys. That's the reason I have used the choose when condition. Okay.
Sir, one more thing. In yesterday's XTT file, we used the tag output file equal to XML. No?
Okay.
But XTT file will give output as text file, no, sir?
Yes.
Then
XTT means what I'm saying, guys. XTT means XML to text, guys. Even if you given XML, I have shown yesterday, guys. Even you given as XML file, it will consider as a record separator, guys. If you can observe here, we have used as a separator as a pipe, guys. Okay. If you use as a comma, it will print as a comma, guys. Comma separated file, guys. Okay. XTT means it will convert a XML file to text file. It automatically the separator will be taken here, guys. Okay. Here we have used the separator. Any other doubts, guys? So DT class is completed, guys. Okay. How we can create a core count worker, and how you can create a DT. How we can attach a core count worker to DT. Okay. And DT we have discussed the XTT and the ETB function. Okay. So now we're going to discuss today how we can create a different templates. Okay. So what is the task, guys? Create integration system. Using this task, so what are the templates we need? Like for example, core control worker, document transformation, core control location, core control organization, anything we can take, guys, here. Okay, core control location, anything. So now I want to discuss about the payroll integration. Payroll interface, okay, which is used for pick-off integration, guys. We can call it as a pick-off integration. Okay, so we have a payroll effective change interface. The mostly we can use these two characters, guys. These two integrations, pick-off integration and a pitchy. This is the shortcut as a payroll interface. We can call it as a pick-off integration. Payroll effective change interface as a pitchy integration, guys. Okay. So pick-off integration. Pick-off means payroll interface common output file, guys. Full form is payroll interface common output file. Okay. So this once we select a payroll interface, click OK. How we going to select the services in the core count worker? Okay. So those are all the sections we can enable, guys. Status data section, position data section, compensation data section. What are the sections we need based on our requirement? We can select, guys. Extra in payroll integration, we will allow always plan data section, which is not available in the core count worker, guys, and earnings deduction section. Earnings and deduction section. This field is not available in the core count worker, guys. Okay. So this field is not available in the core count worker. This section available only pickup or pitchy integration. Pickup or pitchy integration, guys. So we have a custom integration services. If you want to create a, if you want to call a calculate fields, we can call, guys. Okay. So if we don't need, we just click OK. So what is the error? 3 errors, guys. One is payroll interface, payroll vendor. For the payroll, we have to select a payroll vendor. Whether this integration is a primary or add-on, we have to mention, and version. Only for core count worker, it will ask only version, guys. Yes or no? But coming to pickup integration, the extra two also required. Okay. So where we can go and enable those things? Integration system, integration attributes, guys. Under integration attributes, we have a version. Select version as a recent one, and this is the required for launch. So we have included control F, vendor, payroll vendor. We should give, guys. So we can take anyone. So for example, we are going to develop a workday to ADP. We are sending a data to the ADP application. Vendor, we can select as a ADP, and primary integration. Payroll, primary payroll integration. Yes or no? So once we click on plus button, it will give a checkbox text. If we enable that checkbox, it will consider as a primary integration. If you disable this checkbox, it will consider as a ad-hoc integration, guys. Ad-hoc. Okay, ADHOC, ad-hoc integration. You just click OK. As of now, I'm not selecting this part tag. So it will consider as a ad-hoc integration. So then, what is the steps, guys? For core count worker, so we have to, what are the steps we have follow? The same steps we can follow here, guys. Field attributes. What are the fields we need? We can select, guys. Position data section. And the compensation data section. And the allowance data section. And the earnings and deduction section, guys. Earnings and deduction means it will one-time payment, allowances, everything comes under this earnings and deduction section, guys. Okay. So just this is a pay group summary, guys. We can ignore this one. We don't need to include this all the things. Okay. By defaultly, so most of the fields is included, guys. About the pay group. Okay, just click OK. Then what are the steps, guys? We have to configure the eligibility criteria. Yes or no? Under field overheads, right? But in payroll integration, we don't have any eligibility criteria, guys. Why? Because of the payroll integration will run as a pay group, guys. Pay based on the pay group. Okay. So I will show you guys. So we have a integration map services. So if you need a integration sequence generator, everything, transaction log services, we can enable in the configure integration services level. We should enable, guys. Uh, Full extract with no difference launch parameters, standard data section. Okay, somewhere else we have to check. Just click OK. So then launch the integration, guys. So this, if we can observe, launch parameters are different from the core control worker, guys. Okay. So eligibility criteria means we can include which type of pay group applies. For example, what is the pay group? Pay group means, so for example, each country have the different pays, guys, which means one country, for example, India, we have a monthly pay. Okay, employees going to get a salary monthly wise, but in US they are getting as a weekly, bi-weekly. Okay, they will get a salary as a 2 weeks once, guys. Some of the people they will get as a weekly ones also. Yes or no? For based on that, we will going to create a pay group, guys. Pay group. Okay. So if we can open the any pay group, if we can observe, this is the subtype pay group details. For this is for the Australia company, and this is the monthly pay period, guys. For this is going to pay as a monthly. So because of this, they created a Australia this one, guys. So if we can observe, this is the Australia third party, guys. So let's see for these employees. This is the monthly, right? Monthly pay. If you go and see the what are the employees we have in the this pay group, only it will run for those employees, guys. Only those employees. If you go and check this one, this is also monthly regular third party employees. So for this one also no one have maybe. Yes. This pay group have 3 employees. Only for these 3 employees will run for the integration, guys. If you given this value. Okay. Only 3 employees, for 3 employees it's going to run for this integration. And we have a pay period, guys. Pay periods we have a 2 sections. Earliest open pay period and use pay period for the current date, guys. Which means current date means what is the current date? Based on that, it will take a pay period, guys. For example, this is the December month. It will take a December pay period, guys. If we go and check this, 2024 December pay period, it's going to run an integration for the this month, guys. So if any changes happening for this current month, Those all changes will be captured by the pickoff integration. Okay. Earliest open pay period means so the status. If you go and check the status, which pay period is status is in progress previously. Okay. So whether it's a October or September or August, which pay period got work, it is a in progress. For that pay period, this integration will run, guys. How you going to change this status? If you go and check the pay group action, there we have a organization, edit organization, guys. Under edit organization level, we have a three types of status, guys. One is for complete previous pay period, which means November pay period we going to give as a complete. Current pay period, which means December is going to give as a in progress. And next year Jan, which means not yet started, guys. Jan, Feb, March, April, those all pay periods showing as a not yet started. So because of here, so none of the pay periods not yet started. Most of the this year pay periods. From 2023 to none of the pay periods not yet open in progress. Why? Because of this is not. This is the test data, guys. In progress. Click OK. This way, they're going to use as a use earliest open pay period or use current pay period, guys. Okay, which is the last successful run date, guys. So when this integration is ran successfully completed in the last time, for example, December 1st, and based on the staffing event, what type of transaction is going to capture? We want to capture only high or leave, which apply got apply the leave information, or any new asset pay groups, or any employee terminated, any employee coming from the leave. We're going to apply this transaction, only this business process. We can select this business process, guys. So otherwise, we can leave as a blank. It will run for the all the business process, guys. Okay. So this is the change detection, guys, which means we have a three types of change detections. So automatically select the appropriate behavior based on the last successful run, which means so it will capture the changes from the selected date, guys. December 1st to till now, any changes, those all changes will be captured by selecting this option, guys. By selecting this option. If you go to the select the, so this option include all changes effective in the pay period, which means so we have entered some data with effective data December, guys. We have entered changes in the November month with effective date of December. Those all transactions will be captured, guys. So include only change enter the last successful run. So it will check the from last successful run date to include the all the changes, guys. So I'm going to select this option and click OK, guys. That's it. The remaining all the options same as a forecast worker, guys. We can select a field attributes, sections, everything. Okay, map services. We can configure everything, guys. The only difference is launch parameters. Okay, the core counter worker is running for the any changes between the date range. All the workers will be extracted. Okay, and coming to payroll integration will run as a based on the pay group, guys. Only those employees will be extracted, guys. Okay, so the remaining logs, the remaining launch parameters. And one more change is the core control worker doesn't have support the earnings deduction sections and allowance sections, guys. Okay, the payroll integration will support, guys, pick up and pitching both. the integration will going to fail, I think. It's completed successfully. So the output file, diagnostic alert file, and this is the payroll extract XML. This is the XML file. So none of the employees is extracted due to there is no changes for the employees case. That is the reason it's not extracted case. Okay. For these three employees doesn't have any changes case. Doesn't have any changes. That is the reason this employees is not extracted by the payroll integration. Okay. So pick up integration guys. So it will capture the recent change only. Recent change. Okay. So if you go to the pitchy integration, PECI, which means payroll effective change interface, full form. Payroll effective change interface. Here also we have a full form guys. Click OK, and here it will check the how the DA service will work in the core account worker. How the DA services work, the same way the pitchy integration will work guys. If we can check data installation services, this is the effective stack DA service. By default, it will enable guys. So we don't have option to disable guys. Okay. So how the DA services will work for the core card worker, the same way it will work guys. Okay. So if you want to sequence generator, we can enable. So some other options also we have enabled guys. So then click OK. It will give say 2 errors. Your tenant is not enabled as a data installation services utilizes for the effective change, which means we have to tenant fit enabled guys. Then only we can run the integration. Otherwise, it will give say error guys. Another is a payroll country, payroll vendor, and version guys. These are the available under the field attributes. Attribute section guys. Integration attribute section we can enable. If you want to enable the field attributes, go to the field attributes level. We can select as the effective stack worker. Under this we have all the sections guys. Personal data section, position data section, same as a one-time payment section, and the earnings and deduction section. If you can observe here, earnings and deduction section guys. Okay. If we want to include this section, so first we have to include in the effective stack section guys. Here we have to include guys. If we need a personal identification section and a position data section and benefit earnings and deduction section, earnings and deduction section. So these are all the sections we should enable. Then we go to the child tags. Okay, child fields, and then we can enable the all the fields guys. Okay. So this pitchy integration will work as a effective sequences guys. Okay, which means how many changes having the employee, those all changes will be captured guys, not a recent change. Okay. So we don't have option to launch guys. We won't get it because now it's giving a error message, right? So it's not allowing to show as a launch parameter. Same as a launch parameter for the pickup integration. Same we have the same launch parameter 70%. One extra field as a primary run checkbox guys. So previously for pickup integration, we have selected the attribute section, but in the pitch integration, we have the checkbox in the launch parameter level. Okay. So this is the difference between the pickup and pitch integration, guys. Okay. So if we want to create any other connectors, guys, we just save task, create integration system, give a name, and select the template, guys. So Vision is a then benefit connector, guys. So if you want to send as any employee have enrolled the new benefit plan, Vision, dental, okay. So this plans have the direct connectors, guys. Based on our requirement, we can select a okay VSP Vision, guys, templates, and click OK, guys. So we can select the what are the services we need. We just select the service, and we can select the fields attribute section if we want, then the field override services, which means if we want to include the new fields, guys, calculate fields or any fields. That's it, guys. This way we can create a multiple connectors, guys. If we need based on our requirement, we can choose a connectors, guys. Okay. So this is the connectors, guys. And after creating any connector, any pickup or pitch, any integration, if we want to translate from XML to text file, we go with the DT, guys. We have to create a DT, and we can attach the same as a business process level. We can attach, guys. So if you can observe this integration doesn't have any business process. We go and create a business process, guys. Okay. After creating a business process, we can add a new step. Same we can select as integration, and click OK, and select the integration system, guys. INT 128 DT. Click OK. If we go to the integration system, guys, if you scroll down, it will display as a business process definition now. So this way we can connect with the core connector with the DT, guys. For any connector, if we want to connect with the DT or any other integration, we can use by business process, guys. Okay, guys. Any doubts, guys, on connectors? Connector is completed, guys. All the connectors, DTs, ETV, XTT functions, XSLT, EIB, core connector, everything is completed, guys. So tomorrow onwards, we're going to start a studio classes. Till now, any doubts, guys? EIB or core connectors, DT or any other connector? Any doubts?
Sir, how do you handle any data corrections in the payment integrations? Like we have, for example, we send a data to the third party system. If any error, any correction has to be made. So how do you handle that?
For example, any data error, so we will not do, guys. The integration team will not do. Okay. So we will inform to the HR people or payroll people, guys. So for the specific employee doesn't have maintain the proper data. So he did not add a bank information. So we did not send a bank information to the ADP application. So this employee will not receive a salary for this month. Okay. So we have some cutoff date before 23 or 20. We have to send all the data to the ADP application before any employee enter the bank information. So we can send. Otherwise, so we will not send. So we will on the ADP side they will mention as a required field. They will send a log files, guys. This is the required field we missed it from the workday. So we will inform to the business team to ask the employee to enter the bank details. Those type of corrections we can do our side, guys.
Okay. And sir, one more thought, for example, if you are trying to create using multiple DDs, is there any case yeah, we need to send one file to the one SFTP location, one file to the another? Is there anything like that?
Yes, guys. Sometimes we receive those type of things, guys. In that case, so we can add a delivery services in the business process level. Okay. So you can add one more step, edit definition. So one more step after successfully completing the CSV file, text file. Okay. So on which step it will be generated, guys? C step, right? We can add a D step and we can select as a services. If you scroll to right, we have to mention a document delivery section, guys. Okay. Then click OK. Then we have to configure a document delivery, guys. So from the integration steps, from all the integration steps, we're going to take a file and where the file is going to deliver. For example, SFTP. SFTP details they will give, guys. SFTP address, directory, and username, password. They will give, guys. Okay. They will give and just click OK, guys. That's it. So as of now, I'm giving us a nothing else, nothing, none of the above, anything we have. I'm just do cancel. Okay. If you want to, okay, if you want to deliver another SFTP server, multiple second SFTP server, we can add one more SFTP services, delivery services, and we can click OK, guys. Yeah, each step. We can configure the one more document delivery step, guys. One is for one SFTP server, another for another SFTP server, guys. We can deliver to the multiple SFTP if you want. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any other doubts, guys? So
The only difference between the PCP copies is that only, sir. Only the recent changes will capture by the peak off, and
which if
all the changes will be peak on.
and if you run a pickup integration with multiple pay groups, it will generate all the employees record into the single output file. Which integration will generate as each pay group have a one output file, guys. Okay, if we give two pay groups to run a pitchy integration, it will generate a two output file. Pickup integration generates a one output file if you given as a two pay groups. And if you want to run a primary,
Okay.
we have a two integrations we have to maintain for the pickup integration. One is for primary run, another for attack run. Pitchy integration we can both into the single integration, guys. Why? Because of we have a launch parameters as a primary run checkbox. So these are the main difference between the pickup and pitchy, guys. We have other.
So what's the difference between the primary and the ad hoc?
So primary run means if you want to extract a future data transaction, For example, next month transaction, by next month transaction if you want to capture, okay? And if you want to capture the regularly, we go with the primary run test. Ad hoc integration means, so if you want to schedule integration as a current transaction, current month transaction, current pay period transaction, if you want to capture, we go with the ad hoc integration.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if you run as a mostly primary integration, guys, okay. So whenever we need a test cases, whenever we need a test the integration, whenever we need to send a specific employee record, one employee record, in that case we go with the ad hoc integration case.
And how frequently we run this integration, sir?
It is a regular case. It's running a daily. We're going to schedule integration. We won't run it manually. It's a scheduled integration case. How we can schedule means, so we have a schedule option, launch schedule option. So run now, or we have run hourly, daily recurrence, weekly once. If you want to daily recurrence, we just select the pitchy integration will not work, guys. Daily ones based on our requirement, they will give the how frequently we can run. Hourly, daily, weekly, monthly. Based on that, we can select click OK. And we have to select the launch parameter. Okay, every time. So we don't select the manual date side. So we're going to run time, determine value at runtime next. We're going to give as a current entry moment, current time, current entry date, current entry date and time guys. Okay. So same way, this is the effective date we're going to give as a current effective date. Same way we have a last successful as of entry date guys. Last successful as of entry moment. As of effective date, as of entry date and time of last completed integration event guys. And the same way we have a as of effective date, as of effective date of last completed integration event guys. These two options we can select. And if we go to the schedule, we have a request every weekdays. It will run every weekdays guys, except Saturday, Sunday. If we want to run a Saturday, Sunday also, we can give it this one, and we can give one. Every day it will run, and when it's going to start the time, every day 12 a.m. it's going to run with the time zone of PST time zone. If we want to change, we can change guys. IST time zone, Kolkata, and catch up behavior is a run once guys. Regularly, we can use the run once, and the start date we're going to give as a Monday onwards until next year end. This way we can give this. Okay, this is the scheduling option guys. This way we can schedule the integration based on our requirement, daily or monthly or weekly. Based on that we can choose guys. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Yeah, tell me. Any other doubts guys?
We are sending only the data to the third party system. Are we processing any like tax filing kind of thing, like payroll
Yeah.
related?
So the pitchy and the pickup as assumed, right? Payroll integration, like earnings and deductions comes under the payroll type. So those transactions will be going to send by using the pitchy pickup integration. Tax integration also we have. Okay. So those it comes under the finance integrations. Right? Finance integrations. We have a HMRC connector, HMRC, which is a tax declaration of a UK government. Yes, we're going to send a company tax information to the UK government. Yes, we have a HMRC connector. We have. Any other doubts, guys? So if no doubt, so we are starting the